Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Alchemy Factory. We've got most of the basic stuff set up. Everything is running smoothly. I have everything topped up at the moment. We probably have some quests that we could go and do, so we're going to get that. But the important thing today is to get Fertilizer set up. Because I've advanced as well as I have without having to use the shop, I have a lot of cash, but I also have a lot of research, and that gives me the ability to skip right past the normal fertilizer and go to the more advanced stuff. And we'll probably have a look at that. And then we'll get the planting automated finally, so I don't have to run around and get seeds all the time. And well, we'll still keep on going without using the shop to see how far we can go. There's a lot to do. Let's get stuck in. I think the day is just about to end. While we're waiting for it to end, let's have a look at the research. And we have level 5 research available, and that gives us advanced fertilizer. So I am going to research that. It looks like we also have a new thing called a bounce shroom. Bouncy mushroom that can launch you up in there. Okay, so that's the end of the day. We did not do so well. I don't think we completed quests. So yeah, we ran a loss. Anyway, that research is done. Let's go and see what quests are available. I can see we're waiting for one random quest that needs brick and mortar. We have a bulk order. All of that, yes, all of that we can do. So I'm going to pin that one. Let's try and get that random quest out of the way first. And I have a few bricks, and that is enough. Yes, perfect. Now the mortars, they are right there, and I have enough of them. Good. We will go and deliver that quest and submit. There we go. Good cash again. And then we have another random order. That's got 2 days. The bulk order has 4 days. Let's see if we can deliver this. I'm sure we can. Got enough nails. Just need stone and a bit of linen. Stone box got 200. So that's great. And then I need some linen. And I've got enough of that. So that is another random quest done. That's a fair one. Nothing great. Yeah, we're going to have to get to transformation potion eventually. This random quest. Oh yes, we couldn't do that because we don't have soap. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be submitting that. So it's the bulk order. Let's go and pick up some wooden pulleys so we get them out of this box. We need 180 of those. We need 120 iron ingots. How's our... Oh, I haven't put iron in for a while. So I'll get some iron ore and toss that into there. How are we doing on ingots anyway? Oh, we got plenty. Look at that. Let's replace that. Good. Now we have the ingots. And then vitality potion. I have more than enough. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the extra 80 wooden pulleys. Now I'm waiting for the extra 39. Good. Alright, so let's have a look at this fertilizer. So with the fertilizer we need plant ash. That is made in a crucible from sage. Then we need quicklime powder. I think we've done that before. And then those together I'll put into an assembler to make the basic fertilizer. Then we have the advanced fertilizer which uses the gloom fungus. Gloom fungus mushrooms come from this wood, the rotten log, and it also gives planks. So we could replace quite a bit of our wood by using this setup. And I think that's what I'm going to do. We have more than enough coal to fuel that. And if I can make it somewhat modular, that would be great. So I need to pop down an assembler. Hang on a sec. Let's see if I've got what I need. Almost there. Yep. Need another 30. So if I put an assembler down, and I set the recipe to be basic fertilizer, it's going to use 15 per minute plant ash and 15 per minute quicklime. We know the quicklime from over here. These each made 6.7 per minute. So a setup like this will do 20. We only need 15. We don't really have a choice. We have to use that full setup. But I think we need like 3 times more for the sage. I need to check that out. I'm going to have to test the formula for potash, but I'm thinking that if I do 2 limestone, I might need to do 6 potash. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. So quicklime powder, it's a 1-to-1, but I think yeah, I'm gonna have to do the tests. And I'll grab myself a little pile of charcoal powder. I've got this little setup going here. Let's throw that in there, and then we'll get a belt going into this one. And then throw some sage into there. And then we can get the numbers. Okay, so this makes 20 per minute. Just 1 crucible. Whereas we need 3 crucibles to make the quicklime powder. which has stopped because I don't have limestone. All right, let's go and finish a quest, I think. Yeah, more than enough. So that bulk order is done. Oof, good money. All right, back in here. Yeah, so quicklime, this whole setup does 20. Whereas with the sage, this setup does 60. So to make this work, I would need 3. So let's grab this section. I hope I got that right. Yep. And we can F to confirm. Oh gosh, I'm out of nails because I used them all on a quest. Let's try that again. So we'll grab all of that and confirm. Bring that and that. So if I brought a belt up here, and I'm just going to have to keep an eye on things over here, make sure that I don't run out of anything. Yeah, top this box up. How's the other one? Oh, that's almost empty as well. All right, we've got to keep those going. So I'll replant all the flax. Done. And how are we doing here? This needs to be harvested as well now. And I'm going to need to get more sage. I'll harvest it. I don't think I have enough need for it. Yep. Okay. And hopefully this will be almost the last time that I have to buy these seeds. Right, red currants planted, sage planted. Okay, I can get rid of this and that. And then I'm going to bring a belt up from the bottom. Now that is going to need 60 in, which is exactly right. This will need 60 in, that's exactly right. But I think I'm going to do that once I have done a bit of research. And that research will be the nurseries, which strangely I still haven't researched. So we'll just let that finish up. How are we doing over here? This one needs some wood. So we'll get that in and pop another piece on there. This needs stone, which I still haven't automated. Okay, those are all fine again. That stone is still good. Okay, so we have the nursery and that... Aha. I'm going to have come through. We're going to need maybe 2 nurseries. We'll raise this up. Let's bring that in over there and raise that up. It goes to there. Belts. That will feed across that way. This will feed that way. And then the outputs. I think for the purposes of this, the outputs will be going this way. Same as that. And then we're going to need to bring in our fuel. So for now, I'm going to bring this belt over and I'll plug it, yeah, put it over there. Just get rid of this and finish this belt. Now, I don't want to plug it in because it's going to immediately start using those resources. Now, I'm not quite ready because we need 3 stone crushers. Because each of these is going to, hang on a second, let me see what these stone crushers do. They do 20 per minute, yeah, and each of those, each set will do 20. So I need 3 stone crushers to be sending stone in here. Let's get that sorted out. If I put it like that, and then I get myself a purchasing portal. Can't because I don't have a sigil. So let's go and buy a sigil. And now I can put this in. Let's see, where do I want to put this? I'll put it straight on. I'm going to try and, yeah, ideally this should be facing the other direction. Anyway, this shouldn't be here. Oh, that was the end of the day. I pushed a button and missed it. I'm going to change things a little. I'll take this out over there. Yes, confirm. And take that out. And then I'm going to tighten this slot up by doing it this way. While leaving a bit of space for things to come through and out. Yeah, just like that. Get that purchasing portal in right there. Belts through to there. And then I might as well load this up with some cash. We need limestone here. Grab a box and belt that in. And then I can take a bit of cash. Maybe 20,000. Yeah, we'll shove it in there. That'll keep things going. And there we are going to get stone. And they will stay full and this will eventually stop. Superb. Okay, now we need sage and I have sage. So put those in over there. And then bring this belt through to there. These need to connect up and feed into here. Ah, right. I'm not done yet. I still need to crush this. Okay, so the limestone is going in. I think I need to finish a belt here. I know it is finished. So we need to bring this out into... No, you know what? We don't need this belt. Hang on a second. Let's get rid of this. No, not like that. Okay, that belt is gone. I need grinders. These will work 1 to 1, so I can do a whole bunch, just like that. And then I'm going to have to build up, and I'll have to do the same on this side. So this plant ash is going to go, and grinders. Oh, what am I out of? Wood again. Yep, got lots. That's no problem. And those like that. So those are the 2 components that I need to make fertilizer. Now there will have to be a temporary measure here just to load up sage, because this is not going to put out any sage until I have fertilizer going into these. So I think I'm going to bring this stuff down this way. Yeah, both sides. Then I don't interfere with all of this going on over here. So let's get some blocks. What is better? I'm going to use the stone and just build this right up. Okay, and I'll do the same on the other side with all of this. And that's cool. Then the belts will go this way. Likewise, this will go this way. And then we're going to need to raise things, because we're going to need to get fertilizer coming in here. And I think it's probably going to come from about this area. Or no, actually it's going to change. It'll come straight in. So those can go. But we'll put a stone block over there. Yeah, I'll put one over there as well. We will get some of these guys across there, and then more blocks, and build this up to there. And then we can extend that belt, and then I'm going to bring both of those belts down and kind of meet them up in the middle. This needs an output to go there, so that finishes that up. These need to output at ground level. Rotate that way. Same with this one. And that is enough to feed 1 assembler. And I'm going to put that assembler to line up with this one. Grab that belt, bring it into there, this one into here, set this recipe to be, it won't let me set a recipe. Let's try that again. Set recipe, there it is, to basic fertilizer. Perfect. So we are effectively making 15 per minute. We could be making 20, but we're not. So for now, I'm going to grab a box, one of these small boxes, reorient it, rotate so that it goes out, and then I'm going to go and grab a little bit of sage out of the sage box. Actually, I have sage on me. I don't need to do that. We'll go and drop some sage in there, and that should output the sage. That'll go up. It will go in. Potash will be made. That will come out. That'll go into this, and we will have a whole bunch of basic fertilizer. Then that basic fertilizer will need to go into storage. So we'll get a big storage box. See what variations we've got. I'm going to put it like that. Grab that out, but I'm also going to take this back because this is the priority. What's going on over here? Am I missing a belt or something? Yeah, nothing's getting to the grinder. Interesting. Okay, I've got to continue the fuel line as well. So let's do that. That will go there. That's good. Why is this not working? Did I make a mistake? Hold on, did I make a mistake? Oh, I don't actually need the grinders on this one. Ah, so let's remove those and change this belt a little. That can go like that. Ah, perfect. So yeah, the potash doesn't need to be ground. It's automatically potash when it comes out of the crucible. Good to know. And that's still making 20 per minute. So we're making 60 here, and we should be making 60 here because each of these is making 6.7 going into the grinder. It uses 6.7, makes 6.7. So yes, that should be balanced. And we have our first basic fertilizer coming out. Very good. Let's have a look at the advanced. So the advanced fertilizer is also made in an assembler. Let's put the assembler down. I'm missing some small gears. And while I'm here, I'm out of flax. Yeah, I better go and buy some more flax seeds while I'm doing that. And this, I'm pretty sure, will be the last time I plant these. And they're all done. And I'll need a lot less of them for the nursery. The nursery is so much faster. And once you've planted a seed in the nursery, that's it. It's planted. You don't have to replant those. Ever. Wait a minute. If this is making 60... Oh, I'm being such an idiot. Okay, wait a minute. I need to sort some stuff out here because I need 4 assemblers. My brain is not numbering. So this is doing 60, those are all doing 60. If this needs 15, then I can do 4 assemblers. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That means getting rid of that, and some belt, and confirm. Right, let's get these in. But that's not an assembler. That's an assembler. And I will give it a little extra space. So 1, 2, and I'm out of small... Oh yes, I was going to go and get some of those earlier. Small wooden gears. There and there. So now this can actually go because this is going to come out a little higher. Actually, I could have brought these one back. So I'll start with the quicklime going in, and that's there. Now I'm going to need to put little lab stands over the top of this, up to there. And one over here. And then I need to get rid of this. One more lab stand in over there. Conveyor lift going out, just like that. And then I think I'll do little conveyor lifts in between. So those will have to go down as well. Rotate and bring that in. And if only they would hold their orientation. And that is the last one. Okay, end of the day. I made no earnings the whole day. I don't mind. I've got a lot of money. Anyway, got some belt to finish over here. Bring that through. And that, once I've set the recipes, should make a heck of a lot of fertilizer. All right, they're all going. And I'm going to put a box in like that and belt this across into there. That can go into there. And that's a big box. It's going to have a lot of fertilizer in it. Brilliant. Anyway, yeah, look at that belt. It's very full. So let's have a look at the next thing that we're going to do. That will require another sigil at least, because we need to get these rotten logs, and they're quite expensive. But before we can make that work, because we're getting 2 items coming off the table saw, we need to head into the research and look for this, the filter splitter. So in order to do that, we need to get the ethanol first. So yeah, we'll get that. How are we doing here? We are kind of doing okay here. I feel like I do need to start bringing fertilizer down, but yeah, I'll bring the advanced fertilizer. It's not a terribly big build. Yeah, ethanol is finished. And then we can get the filter splitter. Superb. I'm going to run to the shop. I'm going to go get myself a sigil because we need another purchasing portal. Wait, did I start that research? Yep, there it is. The filter splitter is done. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to grab that portal and put it in like that. I'm going to set this one to get rotten logs. Then table saws. Now, I don't know the speed that they go through here. I can't remember that. But let's say it's 30 per minute. So we'll get 1 table saw, rotate that into position, put a little belt in here. Oh, look, there's a new thing as well, a notice board. Oh, very nice. Can be switched to wall-mounted form. Cool. I am going to put a little storage box, grab a belt, throw a bit of cash in here, and say buy. Okay, so that's happening now. So that's going to push out 2 items. One of the items I will want to go this way. So let's have a look at the other recipe. So we need an assembler. And if we go to that assembler, we want to do the advanced fertilizer. That takes 15 basic fertilizer and 15 per minute gloom fungus. Let's see, are we getting numbers here? 6 per minute. 6 per minute. Wow. That needs 15 per minute. We're making 60 per minute. We would need 10 of these table saws. Wow. Really? How would I even fit them in? Well, that's 4. That's making 24 per minute. That's not going to be enough to maximize the fertilizer. I wonder if it wouldn't have been a good idea to put this on top of that, although with 10 table saws, but tricky. If I change the orientation of these, might help. But there's no way that we have a belt that can handle the amount of wood that's going to come out of here. Because that's 24. We'll have to split it almost at every stop. For every 2, we're going to need a splitter. And it's going to get super expensive. Each of these logs is 2,000. I could run out of money very, very quickly. Yeah, that could be bad. Let's see how we can set it up so that we can expand it. Sort of slowly expand it. I might need to grab this lot as well. Ah, boy, that is going to cause trouble. I'm going to drop a whole bunch of stuff. All right, well, so be it. What did I drop? Don't know. Let's get a box, put it over here. I need to sort that. Put those logs in. So if I do this a little like that, put a belt in here. This will be the input belt, and I could extend it. Then I can take the table saws over on the other side, and then there'll be different output belts. So yeah, 2, 2, and 1. Let's remove this. So we get rid of that. Now for this to be balanced, I actually do need 10 of these. That is a whole lot of wood coming out, and that wood could actually feed this. Oh, look at that. Yeah. In fact, that wood could replace all of my wood over here. Nice one. So it'll be like a self-feeding system. Good. But that does mean I need more table saws. Yeah, this is too spread out. I'm not fond of this. I feel like I could make it more compact, stack them or something. But for now, we do need 10 of them, so I will put 10 in and then try and figure belts out. So if we come in from here, we have this filter splitter. And we're going to do the filter splitter over here. I suppose we could do a second one and a third one. And the same over on this side. Now we get 2 belts into there. And then we grab these 2 and bring them into the second one. Bring that out to there and drop that into the third one. And then we do the same on the other side. And then we're going to need to filter out the wood. The wood I'm going to send over this way. And that, I think, comes out the top. I go in here and I say, I want to filter planks. That's what I want to filter. And I put the belt over there. Get a little lab stand on top of it. In fact, I'm probably going to do that anyway. And put that over there. Now, if I put the plank in, what goes in the top? So let's grab one of these. Throw it on here. All right, so there's a bit of wood. Yeah, we got the planks coming out. And there's a mushroom. So let's go and see what comes out where. I think the planks will come out on top. They're the ones that are being split. That is correct. Perfect. And that means that I can bring a belt across the bottom this way for the mushrooms. And then we can have this kind of setup again. Let's get this nicely lined up. There we go. 4 of them. This belt will not go into this box anymore. This belt will come through over here, head back down, and I'm out of planks. And so is my plank maker. We'll get back to that. I think everything's going to be running a little bit dry, but once I've got this sorted out, I can pay a little more attention. Anyway, that means that I can put my purchasing portal back, set that to rotten logs, and this is going to be a very, very expensive exercise. Before I do that, I need to set all of these filters. And they are done. These are done. I'm going to bring the timber across this way. And I am going to be cutting off quite a bit here. It's actually worked out quite well. That will go down. This is going to get removed. So let's stop the wood from coming in. Okay, that is gone. In fact, I need some of that. I'll just use those logs to load things up over here again. Right, we can start loading these up, and then we'll get those lab stands out again and bring those through that way. Didn't need that last one. Conveyor lifts. That conveyor lift will bring the mushrooms up, so we can feed that in. This across. All the other ones are being fed. Set some recipes. So advanced fertilizer all the way across. I think I'm almost ready. I just need to break these things down. Oh wait, I needed to cut this off as well. Actually, this one can go. So let's remove that portal. I think I was out of cash there anyway. Then we're going to need to divert all of this timber to somewhere else. Strange, this belt wasn't going to that output. Interesting. All right, these have all been clogged up. There's nothing getting produced because the belts are full. So first order of business, delete those, and then start bringing these planks in. And that should get the ball rolling on everything else. Now these have more than one, so do I have a rotten log? I can stick one on there. And I think I have some in the box. Yep, let's take those out. Oh, and I didn't bring the belt all the way down here either. So these wouldn't have got. Right, there we go. We have advanced. And that is a lot. So I'm going to get a nice storage box, and I think I'm going to put that nicely over there. And then I'm going to run my advanced fertilizer belt that way. And I'm going to... Ooh, I need to kind of cut this off. Nah, not really. Not really. Let's leave it there. And that can go in there. And then we'll bring advanced fertilizer down to this end in bulk. And then we can start removing all of these. So let me pluck these plants. Man, I need to do something about my inventory. Can I do anything about my inventory yet? Inventory level 2. Yeah, 50 linen. Hell, I can do that. Piece of cake. So another inventory. Perfect. Potion belt. No, don't need the potion belt. The building tool, that would be nice. 17 bricks. I'm getting sidetracked. But I have bricks, so why not? And we'll craft that. Good. That means I can now, let's just have a look. We can do all these building elements. So wooden walls, stone walls, roofs, floors, the whole bang shoot. We can also break down these. So if I go X, I click, I can actually select that to break down. Don't want to do that right now, but that option is there. Anyway, back to where we were. Let's get all of this done because I have some extra space. We'll keep that rolling and I'll remove, oh wait, hang on, let's see. I'm going to need a better box than this. Anyway, I'll just select all of these and remove. A couple of nurseries. I'm going to need some more compost, or sorry, I'm going to need some more clay, and I have a lot, so that's fine. And I'm going to do 2 nurseries. I'm going to have them back to back, like, you know, should I go this way? Now, I do need to get some more seeds, but just those 2 for now. And that's them. We'll plant the flax in both. We'll bring this belt over and drop that in the middle. And then we're going to bring a belt out over here, a belt out over there, tie those in. And as soon as this fertilizer gets here, this is going to start producing, which may not be a good thing. Let's get rid of all of this. I want to change this buffer box. What do we have in here? Yeah, we got a few in there as well. Ah, heck. I'm going to just delete it. I don't have space to pick everything up. And I'll do the bigger storage box, which I can't do because I'm missing a bit of iron. But I can do now. And I hope I'm able to pick this up after the fact. Right. That's how it's going to work now. And that means I could shorten a couple of belts. Like that one could go in there. And if I hadn't put this little drop-off box here, I could have done the other one this way. I still can. We'll just do that. Yeah, I can leave it open like that in case I need to put a couple more of these in. Yeah, I might want to scale this operation, double it up. Could work. And then I can just connect that one in there. And now we're going to have lots and lots of flax. Next thing I'm going to do is the sage. And I don't need as many, I don't think. So let's do this. I'll pick the sage, break these down, get rid of them. I'll probably only need 1 to feed this. Yeah, I'm going to just put 1 in. That can go in there, and this can come out and go in this direction. Something like that. I'll see how I wangle this. But that box is still full. Yeah, I'm going to make a couple of changes for this one. I'll move this conveyor lift a little bit back. Yeah, get rid of that. Get that sorted out, and then big storage box. Plug it straight in there. That works. And belt that in there. Cool. Now this will need to empty. So let's pop that in. And we'll let that empty into this box. Oh, there we go. Massive losses again. 36,000 on those rotten logs. Unreal. Okay, I'm going to need a sage seed, and I will need, I think, yeah, this box is empty. Ooh, look at that. This box can be removed. And all of that can be removed too. And all of this. Done. Then I can grab one of these boxes, snugly pop it in about there. I wonder if I can put another one of these down. May prevent construction. Oh, okay, I'm missing a bit of glass. I have lots of glass. So let's put that in there. Now we have more storage. And I can bring this belt through there. I can have my farm. Let's do it like this. Yeah. And we can bring that in. That's going in. Is this not empty yet? No, my gosh, those belts are slow. Speaking of slow belts, I have some upgrades. Yeah, I could speed up the belts. Yeah, why not? Confirm that. And do I want to do another one? Yeah, what the heck? Let's do that. So the belts are faster now. It's still going to take a little while. Anyway, let's break this belt so that I don't cause any issues for myself. Okay, that's done. And then I'll go and get one sage seed and one red currant. Here's the red currant, the sage, plant the red currant, and plant the sage. And then this one needs a belt. That belt can come out. It's going to go around and plug in there. And immediately that starts working at a rate of knots. Okay, so this production line will get back going very soon. We are good on stone. We are not so good on the logs, but I think I have... Well, I don't have any left. Huh. I need to drop these red currants off, and the sage can get dropped off as well, so I don't have it in my storage. We are backed up over here. I am going to cut this belt off. In fact, I'm going to remove that as well. Oh, wait, that's a bad idea. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I do want to remove that one, though, because I need to bring this line around this way. Without giving it too much thought, I'm going to just bring that through to there. Yeah, okay, well, I am actually going to get rid of this after all. So we'll remove that. And then we'll need another lab stand for that to stand on. Replace that. It can go up like that. This can come in from that side and go that way. Perfect. And then I can belt this into there. That's fine, I suppose. I don't really want that. So let's remove it. That won't be bothering us. Then finish off this belt. That goes in. And that should unclog everything so that the mushrooms start producing again. And I may be overproducing the logs a bit. So I would be able to take them down that way. But let's see. And I'm going to just dump a whole lot of cash into this box and let these wood things fill up, because that's pretty much another lifeline of my entire setup. I want to see if this is going to back up, or am I drawing too much? I should be absolutely fine. This should back up. I think right now it's just filling, yeah, it's filling this up. So yeah, it will back up. I have capacity for more nurseries if I want. Super. How are we doing? This is still going. Wow. This is, it's actually filling up. Good. And this is it actually filling up? It seems balanced, actually. Seems pretty well balanced. Oh, nice. So all of this needs just one farm, one nursery. Perfect. Oh, there you go. We have our advanced fertilizer setup done, and we've automated the planting. And as you can see, we don't need a whole bunch of nurseries. We literally need this many. And the output is increased to 120 per minute, which is very cool because that's what my belts are doing now, that I've upgraded them. And that is great because I'm doing 240 in total from these two, each going into this box, and these are emptying out at 120 per belt when needed. Awesome. And I have extra planks that I really should find a use for. What's going on here? Oh yeah, this was the purchasing portal for the stone. And put that in, and that will feed the stone out and get those running again. And then I needed to connect that into this one, which actually might be temporary. Is it going to be temporary? Maybe I'll bring it around or over the top. Yeah, maybe this is a way. If I come through here, ooh, I've done myself in on space over here, but I could bring it through this way and then into there. Yep, maybe that's the way to do it. So, many lab stands. Oh, and I'm out of no wood. We do that again. And we go up to there. Then bring this over. Nope, not like that. Around this way. And I could just drop it straight in from there, right? So change it around so the bottom is an output. Rotate the output. I had it the wrong way. Yeah, like that. Click, rotate there. And then connect this belt, which has stopped flowing. I'm going to need to give it more money. Connect that through all the way to there and into the box. And then throw some more cash at that. Running out of money quite quickly. Yeah, now we have lots of wood. I don't see a backup on the wood over here. It's flowing. It actually seems balanced. Okay, so once these belts eventually empty out, I suppose, maybe a buffer. So do that and grab a belt and put it in there. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference, but if these lines do end up backing up, so I'm not sure they're going to. I mean, this one is using everything that's coming through to it, and so is that. I think I just have too much extra stuff over here that I need to empty out. These are not flowing yet. These are. Oh, you know what the problem is here? Ah, yes, I know what the problem is. These are producing 24 per minute. That's 100. Oh, no, we should be moving them out. I might need to just split this. This might be the problem because this is 104. We've only got a capacity of 120 on this belt. So, yeah, this is backing up. Let's buffer this and we'll have some spare wood. So, bottom goes in and that goes like that. Now these lines will get to flow, which means we are going to have an excess of wood. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm almost tempted then to do this. Help that to move a little faster. Because right now, oh wait, actually the problem isn't with, I think what's happening here is this thing is filling up. I have regrets. Let's remove this one. Yeah, I think that's probably the thing to do. Let's remove that one and we'll belt this into there directly. Yeah, now, look, I have enough here for a while. But I could set up, if I go to research, we can get a priority splitter. That's a priority merger, but I want to get a priority splitter. Yes. And then I could actually do away with this box. But I mean, that's going to be a while still. I would have to fill this up for that priority splitter to be worth anything over here. But these filter splitters are great. Everything is flowing. This whole system is basically a closed loop almost. And I will have spare wood that I can use to make more stuff down that end. Yep, and we have backed up on the advanced fertilizer and it's building up in this box. Brilliant. So, what are we after next? They want us to research this one. Transformation potion. That is made from this stuff, the gloom spores. Okay, I've dealt with those before. I know what that's all about. No, wait, that's not it. It's this yeast powder. I've done that research. No, I haven't. Yeast powder? Yep, may as well. That means we also need to do coke. Oh, yes. That's going to make our fuel even better. Another day of lots of expenses. And we've finished the yeast powder. We have to do the coke. Yeah, might as well. Let's have a look at that. That'll lead us into steel. Everything here is full. That's all looking good. This is all flowing. Everything is getting what it needs. We probably need to start thinking about... Oh, there's the coke. We probably need to start thinking about getting rid of these. I already have so much wood stored up, and now I don't really have a use for it. I wonder if I can sell it. Can I sell it back? No, I can't. I'm gonna have to use it. So let's grab a box over here, put that in there, belt that in, and then I'm gonna go and grab a whole bunch. Wait, hold on. How many do I need? That's another one. I could work this. Let's take this box out and put a big one in. So we'll grab this, put that in there. And then I'm going to go and pick up a whole bunch of wood. Actually, let's empty this one first. So this one is empty. What's in here? Nothing. This one needs to be emptied. I don't have enough space for all of that, but I will soon because I'm going to take a line off here, just like that. Grab, what am I missing? Nails. Right. Lots of nails. Good. Out of iron ore. Got iron ore again. Let's continue. So this can go through, and then at this point, I can drop it. What's underneath this? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to be careful how I do this. That goes in there, and then the belt, very carefully bring it into there. And this over to here. And then I can go and get the rest of the wood. Perfect. That box is empty. This box is empty. Get rid of both of those and drop the rest of the wood off. Right, so now I don't have to worry about feeding these. And when this wood is finished, well, actually there's more because I need to empty this lot out. Okay, so that's empty. That's done. That's done. Means I can delete all these table saws and clean this place a little bit. Okay, these are all out. This is basically backing up. So yeah, once this wood is finished, then I can bring the extra logs over from this area Oh, look at that. Hold on, I need to remove some stuff here. Because this is not flowing as fast as it was. These are not getting what they need very quickly. So they're not backing up. That means, yeah, this has to happen. But now this is going to clog everything again. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a fun balance. But I have lots of wood over here that I can use for building. I feel like I need to do something different over here. This box. It doesn't need to be there. Let's rearrange this. Remove that. This line can come through into there. This one. No, I don't want it to do that. Oh, that's an input. Okay. I drop this off the edge like that, and I bring this belt to run into here. Will that offload faster? Yeah, I have to give it a bit of time. Okay, but this one's empty now, so I can delete that. And we'll give this time to balance itself out. But then I don't need these pieces to be going this way, so I can cut this off. Oh, actually, that was a bit of a silly thing to do. It needs to be this one. Right, that's gone. And that goes in there. There we go. That should clean everything up. And I can remove those last bolts. And I don't need these anymore either. Well, I could have made this a bit neater, but that's fine. Let's take those out. Good. These bolts are moving. These are moving. These are all getting fed now. Perfect. And this box should be backing up. It's just sort. No, it isn't. We're actually using, well, it is slightly. It is backing up. It's not backing up fast. So yeah, I can't use too much of this wood for anything else, but there is a bit of extra. Very nice. And I could maybe do a priority splitter going this way and then trash the little bits of extra coming out so that this system always runs efficiently. In the meantime, everything here running smoothly? Are we short of anything? No, that just keeps going. The one at the end, that is not getting plant ash as fast as it should be. What's going on with the plant ash? Oh, I see the problem. We're using the cheap stuff. Aha, okay, so I'm going to cut this belt off like that. And I'm going to bring this over. Let's see, where should I bring it over? Yeah, right in the middle to there. Okay, that's fine. And then conveyor lift to go in there from that side. And then this one, change direction, rotate that to go there. Now, this would be a great place to use a priority splitter because this will always take priority to that. Because if this stops, then, you know, everything else sort of stops working. So maybe let's do that. We'll remove a couple there. Wait, I think I need to remove a couple here. Yeah, it's not going to be as tidy as I wanted it to be, but that's fine. Let's get rid of those. So F, and then, is that the priority splitter? Wait, that's the priority splitter, right? And then priority goes which way? Oh, we're going to have to figure that out. This can come through, go into there, and I just hope that the top one has priority. So that goes to there, and that goes across, connects into that one. There's no kind of way to check which one has priority. Once I've figured that out, I hope it's the top one that is priority. Let's just see if it says anything. Features 1 conveyor input and 2 conveyor outputs. Input items are prioritized for the first output. What do you mean? This one? Which is the first output? Yeah, that's not very clear. Top output would be clearer, or bottom output, whichever. Anyway, let's see if the potash is improving. We're going to have to take all of this old fertilizer out for this to be effective. And now we should start seeing a change. There we go. That's working. Perfect. And there you have it. A perfectly balanced advanced fertilizer setup. Still don't know which one is priority, top or bottom. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Or I could just fiddle with something now. We do that and we put that over there. And put a belt on there and have a belt there with a little box that I can put something into. And what do I throw in? Whatever. I throw these in and see where they come out. The bottom. The bottom has priority. Bugger. Well, it's not too difficult to fix, I think. Yes, I'll remove a few bits over here. Since bottom has priority, then can grab the conveyor lift to go like this and like that. This can then go straight in. Come on, let me go that way. There. just like that. And then the top one, which has not got priority, will come through like that. Another conveyor lift to bring the goods down. Change that direction, rotate that, and then the last couple of belts, and that'll come out. Cool. All right, so the bottom one is priority. And I can just delete all of that. Perfect. And it's the end of the day. That was it. 3,600 on iron ore. That's all I bought. Everything else was just fed. Oh, look at that. I'm going to need to put some money in here. We need stone. Otherwise, we're going to run into a bit of a problem here. I need to start making some more cash. And I think it's almost time to get the shop going. Now that we have everything sorted out. Cash is in. Stone is being bought. Everything here is good. These can go now. So they're out. I mean, I could have left them there for like just in case. Yeah, looks like I have a little bit of cleanup to do. In fact, oh my word, there's a lot of logs here. I'm not going to be running out of logs for a while. These guys are still doing okay. I could grab those logs, put them into a box so that I can actually collect them. Yeah, just like that. And then transfer them over to this box. Look at that. This box is now backing up. Nice. And this one has, it's still got a bunch in it. All right. So I could then come in here and just remove some belt. And yes, that is done. And so is that. All right. We could get this place a little bit more tidy. And I could possibly tighten up this belt a little bit. Now, I could set up one of those priority jobs over here. Because I think, well, everything's really important. But this is very important. In the meantime, the belts are filling up. The boxes are filling up. How we do? Oh, this one is full, but I can disconnect this box now. And that belt, good, done. And plug that back in, and this will start working. This is backing up. I don't have to buy any more seeds. It's nicely split and balanced. That's just great. And I probably have quests that I've been ignoring. Oh, Lord, look at that. Okay, that one needs soap. It's a nope. This one I could do. I feel like I need to do a couple very quickly. Right, healing potions. Top that up. Bandages. Grab those. Vitality potion. I could top that stack up. And then the wooden pulleys. Damn, the wooden pulleys need a bigger box. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to just grab this box. I'll pick up all of those pulleys. Then I'm going to plug a big box in here. Just like that. Because I always need more than I'm carrying. And now that the rope is very well automated and the wood is fairly well automated, yep, we can do this. Let's see what we need for that other bulk order. I don't know which one is older. So this one we're waiting for the pulleys. This one needs soap. This one also needs more pulleys. That also needs soap though. Random quests, soap. Oh, this one I could deliver. Small wooden gears. Yeah, I could do that one right now. So that's a bit of extra cash. This one, I could do that right now. That's a fair bit of extra cash. That needs soap. That needs soap. That needs soap. Okay, so soap is obviously very important for me right now. So we're only waiting for this one. And I just need to get some more vitality potion. And then the pulleys. And they have stopped. Why? They haven't really stopped. They're just not hell of a fast. So let's give that a moment. Now we've got this space to play with, so I think maybe this is where we'll do soap. Let's have a look at the recipe for soap. I don't even know if I've researched it. So we need to get to the transformation potion. That's fine. There's the soap. I actually haven't researched it, so let's do that. Right, so I have finished the soap. Up to 82 pulleys. Need 100 more. Let's go and have a look at that recipe for soap. Okay, so that coke we know. Okay, coke, charcoal powder in an ethanol will give you coke and charcoal, which you can then turn into more charcoal powder to make more coke. Interesting. Coal into a crucible. Oh yeah, we haven't even played with coal yet. Coal into a crucible gives you coke. Now the fuel value on coke is 600, whereas charcoal powder is 48. Oh my gosh, that is so much better. Plus you also get some charcoal back. It's slow. Yeah, it's very slow. It takes 6 bits to go like a whole lot more. Oh, this is definitely worth it. Okay, what do we got here? Coke powder. Heat value of 660. Okay, so that's even better. We're going to have to get into that then. But that's not what I was looking for. Soap powder. Soap gives you soap powder. No, I'm looking for actual soap, and that'll be under goods. Yeah, there it is, because it's one of the things we should be selling in the shop. That comes from linseed oil and plant ash. That seems like a pretty easy setup. Can we get linseed yet? I don't know how we get linseed oil. Ooh, hang on. Let's have a look. Linseed oil comes from, flax. So you put flax into the extractor, you get linseed oil. Cool, that's an easy setup as well then. Right, these should be the last pulleys that I need to finish that bulk order, which I'm fortunately going to finish before the end of the day. And get 75,000 plus some more. Okay, submit. Good, I'm glad I got that done before the end of the day. Having a look at this, I mean, I could compact everything now because of the advanced fertilizer and needing less space for the plants. I could compact things a little bit more. I have some space to work with. This was always going to be a starter base, but it's going to hurt a lot to break it down and, get things set up elsewhere. But it is very disorganized. I've got lots of stuff coming in all over the place. So I'd have to think about that, but I do want to advance as well. And I want to buy this building. Anyway, we'll get to that. But if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. This is a brilliant game, and it's deep. It's very deep. If we have a look at the tree, we are busy with like level 5 stuff. It goes up to level 9, where there's some crazy things like a lunar, a relic, that we're going to have to start making. But that isn't everything, because when we get to... Oh, hold on, I have to find out where it is. Yeah, the knowledge altar. That actually starts making upgrade points for us. By putting, I think, Jupiter's into it, we get upgrade points. Those upgrade points we can use to do all of this stuff. So we can have super fast belts, much faster machines. But in the meantime, I'm just sort of figuring everything out, getting the best ratios going. And there's a big problem here. Oh, I've run out of cash. So I'm going to drop a whole bunch of cash in there and let these logs start going again. Because, well, I mean, we weren't struggling. We did have a buffer box. It's exactly what that's for. When I see things like that happening. Anyway, the production started again, so no big problems. I'll just have to keep an eye on that. And that's what I was waiting for. The end of the day, we made 110 silver coins, and our costs were less. So we actually had a profit day. So we're going to continue this, and we're going to have lots of fun with this game. It is really, really good. But thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, cheers!